Hey, welcome to the first episode of my podcast. I don't know what it's going to be called yet. So right now it'll probably just be under Sam Madison Podcast. And today I'm going to be drawing while I talk to you guys. So, what's this? So basically, my school recently got out for summer vacation. And it's like, the heck? Alright, so I drew these. And then I'm gonna finish working on this page. But what do I do? Everything. Sorry, I've been wanting to talk for a while, but everything is so absolutely relative. I'm going into sophomore year and I'm already starting to think about colleges and where I could get in with my current PSAT score. And that's actually insane. My dream university is Princeton. I want to, what did I want? I wanted a major in psychology, minor in creative writing, and musical theater, or film studies, whatever. And that's all stuff that I'm fully capable of doing if I put in the effort, which is basically why I'm talking today. I've been thinking so hard about my future life decisions that I haven't made any recently to get to those that I'm going to make years to come, right? I can't get into Princeton if my GPA isn't good. I can't get in if I'm not doing extracurriculars. So that, and then of course I'm also researching. It says for you to most likely get in, you should take 4 years of language. And at this time, 4 years of a language isn't easily accessible for me. So I decided to take it into my own hands, and I'm going to be learning French and Spanish. And I will be seeing if I'm fluent enough in those languages to take the stamp test. It's very scary growing up, right? I know most people with podcasts are late teens, early 20s, but I'm 15 and I'm navigating this all on my own. Neither of my parents went to college. My grandmother didn't go to college. I'm the oldest sibling. So my point of view is I have to do it to show my brother that it is possible. Because I know he wants to go to college. It's what he wants to do. But it's also relevant, Sorry for that pause. I'm back. So, if you're wondering what happened to my legs, my hands, I was working on some Algebra 2 last night because I'm going in honors Algebra 2 and math is my worst subject, and my pen just exploded all over me in my bed. So it's all over my bed now, which is where I'm currently at. I don't really know what to fill these silences with. A lot of podcasts have multiple people on them, but it's really just me. I'm not exactly sure what type of thing this podcast will go about. Probably just whatever I'm interested in at the time, if I ever decide to put out another episode. I don't know if this is a good first episode or not. I hope that it attracted some viewers' attention, but you know, I don't really mind too much. I'm happy just yapping away in my room. But yeah, basically one of like the big things that's been on my mind recently is college. I have 3 years to decide what I want to do for the rest of my life, and that's scary. I know a lot of, I don't know, I'm trying my best. Right, I'm gonna learn the language. I'm writing essays for fun. I need to finish. I'm going for 2 novels. That'll look good on my transcript. I'm working on honors algebra 2 work over the summer, but it's not even required. I found a PDF with notes, and I'm looking at those notes, and I'm copying them down, and I'm looking at videos of the topic. So when I go back to school, I will be prepared, and I will know what we're learning, and I will be ahead. And I want to do that with like every single one of my classes, because next year I'm signed up for honors algebra 2, honors chem, honors econ, honors American Gov, honors English 10, empowerment PE, which also has a lot of assignments, varsity treble choir, and then Avid. So I know Avid's gonna help me a lot getting into a college, but I need to push myself. My goal basically is to continue with all honors classes, get credit on at least 2 AP tests. I'm not taking an AP class this year, but for junior year I won't have to take a math class anymore. Even though it is recommended, I won't have to take it. Or I can, I don't know, I can drop out of an ASP or whatever. Yeah, I'll probably just like drop out my ASP junior year. I don't think like that's like, it's not even required. You don't even need an exemption form or nothing. So I'll probably do that, and that way I can take AP Psych. And then I guess that goes senior year for most the AP classes that I want to take. I did take an AP class this year. I took AP Human Geography, but I did not take the test. I have such horrible testing anxiety, and I don't test well at all. So at the beginning of the year I said, what's the point in paying $100 for a test that I'm gonna fail? And that's such a horrible mindset to have. Like, I understand I'm not the best test taker, but I know I can put in work and I can get there, right? Because for my driver's ed class, I had to put in a lot of work on those tests, just because that information area was so new for me, and we took a test every single day for 3 weeks, so it was pretty okay. And I just finished drawing her once. This is the new one right there. It's kind of bad, but I don't really mind. I'm thinking about starting up a webtoon. I'm working on getting an iPad and an Apple Pencil for it, so I'm really excited. What else? Have y'all been like watching the JoJo drama? Because I've been seeing that pop up everywhere, like getting drunk at Disney, what? And then she's releasing more music, which good for her, honestly. She's just, I don't know, it's not really my opinion. Like, they don't really, it's not my place to speak, because like I said, I'm 15. Me and JoJo are in the same generation, but that generational gap for Gen Z is so big, right? Because, like, I don't know. I'm at the very cusp. I was born in 2009, so early 2009, but still 2009. And my brother is Gen Alpha / Gen Z. He always makes it clear because he was born in 2011, and technically that's both. And my friend, who is in my grade, is also Gen Alpha. She's super smart, skipped a couple grades. So yeah, everything is like, I keep saying everything is so relative, but really, if you put in the work for something, there's really no reason why you shouldn't get it. So like, when I get to senior year and I'm filling out those college apps, I'm gonna look back on this podcast. I'm gonna say, okay, this is where I came from. This is where I came from. A freshman with a 3.1 GPA. That. And I'm going to do great. A freshman who was failing math for majority of second semester, even though they were taking the honors sophomore math class. Got, like, failed every single test. Like, 40s, 50s, 60s, and I studied really hard for those tests. It's just everything. I know I'm not the best at this, but I would spend hours studying those math materials. Hours. I would, in my ASP, which is the academic support period, we would have people come in, and I would go up to them, would ask them for help, and I would understand the problem then. But as soon as it was put onto a testing format, I freaked out, forgot everything. I think that's pretty normal for students with anxiety. I'm not discrediting that at all. I'm just sharing my personal experience with test taking right now. You know what else I hate? With like a burning passion? Finals. Right. I work so hard on like my biology grade, for example, right? Yeah, my biology grade beginning of the year wasn't doing too hot. It wasn't because I didn't know the subject. It was because I wasn't trying. I think was failing for quite a while. In honors biology, guys, that was one of the easiest classes I took this year, if not the easiest, right? Like, okay, English has always been my best subject, but even I can say that was hard. Like, right? I can get the A in English, but that's still hard for me to accomplish. And everyone's always like, high school is so much work, high school is so much work, high school is so much work. It's like really not. Right? The only homework I ever got was for my AP class and for my honors geometry class. That was it. All of my other classes, we had time to work in class. And for my AP Human Geography class, we even had time to work then. It was just not enough time to complete the assignment. And coming from an all honors student, there isn't a lot of homework, right? Oh gosh, drawing hijabi is so hard, right? Because right now I'm drawing my OC's Zoya. She's a hijabi. and I love her dearie. But it's just the shape of the fabric and how it flows, and I can't get it right. I did it really well once, but whatever. Back to what I was saying before, though, because I'm sure you love me ranting about my artist problems, but yeah, basically, if you put in the effort, you will pass. You might not get A's, and that's completely okay. I know I was terrified when I forgot my first B, and this year I was ecstatic over a D. I went from a straight A student all around my 7th grade year to my 8th grade year, going A's and B's, A's and B's, A's and B's, A's and B's, mostly A's still, to this year where first semester, chill, right? A's, B in bio, C in AP in math. I was chill with that. I was like, oh, okay, not my best work, but I got it. I understand. I can work hard on this. I know what to do. I understand the material. It's all about applying myself. So I said, okay. And I go through winter break. And I forget about school. I said, okay, if I want to not burn out, this is what I have to do. And I did it. And then I go back to school. And my biology assignments are getting done. My English assignments are getting done. My AP assignments are getting done. Choir is getting done. Everything is getting done except for math, because I spent so much time applying myself in all those other subjects to get the best grade that I could, that I deserved, that I know I could do, that I didn't focus on the one subject that I actually needed help on. And that was a big mistake on my part, which is why I'm starting my math coursework now. And I will go in on the first day of sophomore year. I will go and I will sit down in that junior math class that is going to be mostly of juniors. And I will take out a fresh new notebook, my calculator, and a pencil, set it on my desk, and I will be going over notes right away. All teachers have different note styles, and I understand that. My notes work best for me if I write down absolutely everything. Every single teacher is always saying, don't write down everything, don't write down everything, don't write down anything. But that is how my brain works. And I'm so sorry, but give me approximately 5 seconds so I could go get my French notes for you. Like I said, it's completely my choice to learn French because I'm doing it for college in the future. These are my notes, all from today. I got my nouns, my pronouns, everything here, and then I have phrases here. I have a couple phrases here, but all like the ones that translate to one word, or like I have, are you tu es, Jesus I am. I have the masculine and the feminine versions of these words. I have the formal and informal versions of these words, and this is just stuff I learned today. And I pulled an all-nighter last night. I'm gonna admit it, I did. And I decided, okay, let's go look at Princeton's statistics. What do I want to study there? What do I want to do there? What do I need to get there? And it said, you should be taking 4 years of a math class, which I guess I'll do, whatever. but technically that still means I don't have to do one my senior year because I did my class. Ow. Last one, so I can focus on what I want to do senior year. Like 2 years of science, 2 years of social studies. My high school requires 3 of both, so whatever. I'll have to do that. What else? Like 4 years of English, 4 years of gym credits unless you are excused. And it's all like, wow. Right? But it also said 4 years of a language credit and 4 years of music credit. And I am a music student, right? Like I said, I am in choir. So it was very, basically, I learned like Duolingo. Perfect, great. We love Duolingo here. What you want to do though is find a textbook of the language you want to learn. You want to watch videos in the language you want to learn. You want to watch movies, TV shows, anything, podcasts, anything to learn the language. And I haven't been able to implement that yet because, right, like I said, I have this 1 page of notes. And like up to here, all of this like section right here, Duolingo. The rest of this page was from the textbook, right? And it made me write down all the present tense and the past tense, and I was like, okay, whatever, fine. Because like you got le futur simple, which is future tense. I said that way wrong. Le futur simple. I don't know, guys, I don't know. Yeah. So like this is what I want to do. This is what I'm spending my time on to make sure that I get into the college I want. I will be taking the stamp test in French, Spanish, and possibly Greek. It depends on how long it takes me to be fluent. Because if I do the stamp test, I'm not doing it to fail. I'm doing it to pass. And I will be passing. And if that requires me only doing 2, so be it. I would rather do only 1 than take it and fail and not get the credit for it. And Princeton takes those AP tests and classes very seriously. They look at everything. So really, this is the perfect time for me to start. I have so long until I need to be worrying about this, but it's not that long. You know, if you're in middle school or going into high school, just know that they're not lying. It goes by fast. And then I also felt this way about my 8th grade year, which was the year we were officially out of COVID, which was great. We loved that. But this year, it feels like just yesterday I was going to the first football game, the homecoming parade, the homecoming dance. It goes by so incredibly fast without you realizing it. And that's not, that's like insane for me. Because I went and I'm like, no, that's such a cliche. It doesn't go by that fast, but it does. And I'm telling you, as someone who slacked off majority of their freshman year, who procrastinated, who spent that little time on their assignments until the last quarter of school. My goal has always been passing. But what if that wasn't my goal anymore? What if my goal was more along the lines of winning? Right? You can't win high school. No matter what other people say, you can do. You cannot win high school. That's just not possible. High school is a tough time for everyone. But you surround yourself with the right people, the right clubs, the right classes, everything is going to be okay. This year, I performed poetry on a stage alone for the first time twice. I did it twice with 2 different poems, reading my poetry aloud to people, and I performed in a trio for poetry once, and we got 2nd place on that trio. And that was so unexpected. And for my poetry competition, the last one I did, I had to go dead last, and I got 6th place. Score creeping is a thing, but it was also how much work and effort I put into that poem. My poetry is published in 2 of my school's books that I have on my wall hanging over there. I don't know. This year has been an absolute wish for me. I have done things that I couldn't even imagine doing. I was in a high school musical, like a production, through my school, and I did awesome, and I made new friends, and I went out to the cast party afterwards. I have been wanting to go to a cast party since I was in 3rd grade. And that musical and all of those friends that I met, that pictures that are hanging on my wall now, are making me audition for another one. And like I said, like musical theater, music, those are my hobbies. Writing, music, and theater, those are my hobbies. So this summer, I'm auditioning for a production of The Prom through a local community children's theater, through a community college. I can't give too much away about that because that would disclose my location, but the musical that they are doing is The Prom. And I am so incredibly excited, and I am so incredibly thankful for all the opportunities I got to do this year. That sounds really cliche, but I have been so thankful lately. I look in any which direction and I get immediately reminded of my friends. Right behind me, I have a photo strip here. You can't see it because I didn't want it to put my friends' faces online without their permission. I have musical flyers over here with my friends' faces on them that go to different schools. I have my friendship wall. I have all 2 signed posters of musicals. I have the charms my friends gave me, drawings they made hanging up on my wall, presents they gave me, crafts I did with them, things that just simply remind me of them. And I don't know if you can see, but there's a little rose hanging there. And that was given to me by my poetry coach. And it hangs there because with it, she wrote only a couple words. She wrote, "I believe in you. You're doing great. Slow down." And those weren't slow down as in you're too much, you're too energetic, you're too everything. Those were slow down as don't worry about it. You have got this under control. And I can't see that card right now that was given to me. I'm going to exit frame real fast to see if I can find it. But oh, I just knocked down picture. Whatever. Even the people that I am not friends with anymore, I still have memories of them around my room. And I can't find the card, which I'm sorry for. But now I do have to go hang up something again soon. I want to stay in frame majority of the time though. And I feel like I'm just running all over the place. But the fact of the matter is I am so incredibly lucky to have this amazing of a support system. I have my friends, I have a lot of teachers who genuinely cared about me this year, which is the first time I've had this many. I've had teachers email me asking me what accommodations I need to succeed in their class. Because I don't think I brought this up online before, besides the poem that I posted that I won 6th place on. I've been diagnosed with selective mutism and social anxiety, generalized anxiety disorder, and depression. And I thought that traveling throughout my high school career would be incredibly difficult for me. And it's not, actually. In my experience of this 1 year, it's way better than middle school. This 1 year has drained me less than a quarter of my 8th grade year would have. And my grades prove that. I am incredibly lucky to be where I am today. I had amazing teachers. I'm on the right medication. I'm thriving. And that sounds so cliche, but it's the truth. I am thriving, right? Like, I'm going up on stages, I'm talking to my teachers, I'm doing group projects, I'm giving presentations, and I'm getting the best grade in the class on those presentations for someone who didn't talk in school until like 4 years ago at all. And this is like generally insane. These teachers that I've had this year genuinely cared about my learning experience. And every single teacher I met in that school cared just as much. And I am incredibly blessed to end up in that school. And the statistics might not say otherwise. My school is overpopulated, a D1 school. Oh, what else? Oh my gosh. We're low on teachers, low on classrooms. Our budget is like in the negatives. And I'm so incredibly thankful to be attending there. And it's like the #1 school for mental illnesses in the district, and even in our sporting district. We have, I don't know, it's been a huge experience for me. I grew up and I'm still living in a majority Hispanic area. And my entire life, people were either African American, Hispanic, or white. That was it. But once I reached middle school, there were more, right? And like, I know this sounds weird, but I have learned so much about the Asian cultures. I've tried so many different types of African food. I've tried so many different things about the people I care about's cultures, and that's something that I have never gotten to experience before, right? Because I've always had like Hispanic food, but I'm pretty sure everyone does. And a lot of the places that I went to hang out were like those 3 majorities. And I go into high school. the ratios look a lot different now. But still, me as a white person was the minority. And I think that's actually so, eye-opening, right? My entire life, I was teased about my pale skin, right? And I think that I have been so much of a better person because of that. Of all the diversity that I have experienced in my life, and all the diversity that I continue to experience in my life. And I don't even remember how we got onto this topic, but we did. My family is not very accepting of people who are different from them. One of my earliest memories is my grandma on the phone with my great aunt, her sister, whatever, saying, "Oh my gosh, Sam is so calm around people of different races." When my kids were young, I was scared when they would come over to the house, and that's so incredibly insane. Why would you say that? I don't care if you're on the phone with your sister or the president. That's not an okay thing to say. And it's not the only time she has said something like that. And I don't know. I'm so incredibly thankful that I didn't grow up in that mindset. And I'm so incredibly thankful that I get to live my high school career knowing people of different cultures. Right? And a lot of people at my high school are Polish. And I'm like, wow, okay. This is a whole new culture, totally different from the ones that I knew before. There are so many different clubs at my school for people to express their cultural heritage that are open for all to come and see. I don't know. I think that this should be the bare minimum. This is what schools should be doing. This is the bare minimum. Giving students a place where they feel accepted and happy, bare minimum. Teaching books that are all about diversity, bare minimum. I want to know about different cultures. I want to know, who these people are, because my friends' cultures, they are so incredibly important to them, and it's I've never had that. I've always just strayed away from my family's culture because I didn't like it. A lot of the time it was hateful and rude. So I said no thank you, and I walked away from it. But now my friends are they're introducing me to so many new cultures, and it's just wow. How can this many different ideologies exist in the same world, let alone the same school that has 2,500 people in it? And it's just, I am blessed with the opportunities that I have been given, and I want to continue them. That sounds really cheesy, but it's the truth. That's how I'm feeling. And I've never been one to like chat about their feelings so openly. Right? This is the first time for me. Like, I've tried therapy several times. That didn't work. Any of them. It's just, come on. What am I doing with my life? Where am I going? That's high school. You're given 4 years to figure out who you are. And 4 years isn't enough. At the end of these 4 years, I'm scared I'm not going to know what I want to do. I don't even know if I want to go to college anymore. I want to do something important to someone. And I don't care what that thing is. I want to produce a piece of my soul that people will look at like a classic, a poem that's taught in schools, a short story that people do book reports on, a novel that the teacher discusses in class, or even just a novel that someone sits down with and reads, and by the time that they close that back cover, they're changed. I want to change at least one person, because that is changing the world. Why dream so little when you have all of these opportunities at your fingertips? Everyone is like, I don't know. It's insane to me how people can just say, okay, I'm gonna go do this, and I'm gonna go do this, and then I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I'm going to take an AP class, I'm going to take honors classes, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do after high school. Those are things I have been thinking about since the 3rd grade. And I can't imagine myself not thinking about those things. And I'm gonna let you guys go here and now. And I'll post another episode next week, if this one actually goes up. I'll see you guys then. Thank you for joining to my blabbermouth. Bye.